Hey, it's Mike, your host of Craft Beer Storm. It's Friday, so we're going to bring you craft brew news, the news of the week. And all this news has some legal element to it. It's the drama. Who's suing who? Some of the stuff is crazy. But here we go. I'm going to start with the first story. MillerCoors and Stone Brewing filed for summary judgment in a trademark case. This is a continuing saga. And I posted the picture that Greg Cook had held up a can, a Keystone can. It just says Stone on it. It's unbelievable. But just check out the picture. And Greg, if you want to come on and talk about it, hey, I'm open, man. Let's do it. I got to get in touch with you. Okay, Stone Brewing and MillerCoors have each filed for summary judgment in their ongoing trademark infringement lawsuit, according to Libation Law Blog. All this is brought to you courtesy of Brewbound, by the way, www.brewbound.com, excellent source for information. In February 2018, the San Diego-based craft brewery filed a lawsuit against MillerCoors, claiming its rebranded Keystone packaging caused marketplace confusion. In the latest brief, Stone Brewing claimed that its brand and trademark would be destroyed should MillerCoors succeed in supplanting Stone's craft beers with Keystone as Stone in the minds of consumers. Meanwhile, MillerCoors called the lawsuit a publicity stunt by Stone, and it claims that it was the first to use the Stone and Stone's marks. And the lawyers say Stone Brewing is failing to keep pace in an ever more crowded craft beer segment and needed to revitalize its now outdated image as an iconoclast. MillerCoors' brief said, Stone Brewing market is increasingly populated by beers that are rated in official beer tastings as simply better than Stone Brewing's strong and unapologetically flavorful hops. Just slamming Stone. Wow. Stone Brewing's motion for preliminary injunction to ban the sale of Keystone products prior to a court hearing was denied earlier this year. So you can see the picture. I put it up there as the picture of this podcast. Is crazy. Anyway, next saga. Bell's Brewery and Loveland Distributing Company headed to Richmond Circuit Court. And this is a story between a brewer and a distributor. A lot of issues that can occur. And in this one, the legal dispute between Michigan's Bell's Brewery and Richmond, Virginia-based wholesaler Loveland Distributing Company is heading to Richmond Circuit Court, according to the Richmond Biz Sense. As Brewbound reported in October, when Premium Distributors of Virginia, a subsidiary of the Reyes Beverage Group, reached a deal to acquire Loveland Distributing Company, which has been selling Bell's beer since 2015. According to reports, Bell's had been attempting to terminate its contract with Loveland prior to the closing of the transaction due to the wholesaler not sharing critical information regarding the deal. Bell's ultimately ceased shipments to the state. So there you go. The Virginia Alcoholic and Beverage Control Authority ordered the sides to enter arbitration in May. However, the ABC reversed its course in July, saying only a Virginia Circuit or District Court can compel arbitration. And Bell's is appealing the order in hopes that Virginia ABC will determine that it does have the authority to order arbitration, which Bell's and Loveland's contract calls for in event of termination. So they do have contracts in this case, and in the contract, if there's arbitration, then they have to go to arbitration. But the Alcoholic Beverage Control Authority says we don't have the right to do that. So we'll see what happens with that in terms of beer and distribution. I mean, this stuff, distributors and brewers, like, it could be hung up for months, years, if they want to get their beer into Virginia. And Bell's is like, screw it, we're just not going to send you any beer, and you're done. So we'll see what happens with that. Next story, blatant, unbelievable. Guns N' Roses and Canarchy settle lawsuit. Rock band Guns N' Roses has settled its trademark infringement lawsuit against the Canarchy Craft Brewery Collective, which sold a rosé beer called Guns N' Rosé Ale and merchandise without the band's permission, according to Reuters. The two sides reached a settlement agreement on July 31st, and both sides are currently working on a written settlement that would dismiss the lawsuit, the outlet reported. Unbelievable. I mean, you just don't get the band's approval and you just call it Guns N' Rosé. I don't know what Canarchy. What are you guys thinking, man? Anyway, they settled the lawsuit, so apparently. Last story, Cumberland Farms files a 2020 ballot initiative to lift cap on liquor licenses. And Massachusetts-based convenience store chain Cumberland Farms this week filed a proposed 2020 ballot question to lift the cap on the number of liquor licenses a single retailer can hold. Beer and wine is currently sold in just 7 of the chain's 206 Massachusetts stores. Now, Cumberland Farms, if you're outside of the area, is a gas station with a convenience store. So, I mean, beer and liquor, alcohol and wine is just huge. And they have 206 Massachusetts stores, and only 7 of them can sell beer and wine, which is crushing Cumberland Farms. They're just dying, and they're doing this ballot initiative. But the question proposes a new food store beer and liquor license with no statewide cap that would be subject to local approval. Before hitting the ballot, the proposal must be certified by the Attorney General's office, garner 80,000 signatures, and be presented to the state legislature. So I don't understand why they're capping these liquor licenses with this chain. It's huge all over the place. They get tax revenue. What's the story? I think, I don't know, Massachusetts, what are you doing, man? That's my opinion. I look at these stories and I'm like, there's one side that is just totally off base. Except for maybe the Bell's Brewery and the distributing company. But that, even though, distributors should, communicate with their brewers what's going on. If they don't, then I guess the distributor's at fault there. But drama, guys, drama. Legal matter. It's a legal matter, baby. Oh, so that's your Friday law news in the beer world, craft brew news. If you like what we're doing, you like our podcasts, please go onto the website, go onto iTunes, and give us a rating, give us a review. That's the only way we get up in rankings, man. Give us that 5-star review, get up there. Also, a quick review of our podcast would be awesome. At least click on that 5 stars and subscribe. We get it automatically downloaded to you. Subscriptions help us too. It just gets us up in the rankings and gets us exposed to more people, which is great. We want people to learn about craft beer. And we do have a craft beer weekend, which is going to happen at the Victoria Inn on October 25th, 26th, and 27th. It's the weekend before Halloween. So if you're in the area, make sure you go onto their website, Victoria Inn. And we have links on our website as well to get you there. But if you go to victoriainn.com, check it out. And, we'll get you hooked up. It's great food and beer pairing Friday. We put you on a bus Saturday. We take you to local breweries. And then Sunday we do beer mosas, kegs and eggs. We do breakfast stouts. All good stuff. Crazy package. You could do that for $99 if you don't want to stay there. But you do want to stay there because it's a great place, Victoria Inn. Also, the Old Salt's involved in Hampton. So great stuff if you're in the New Hampshire area or, Massachusetts, Maine. Good stuff. Nice weekend. I got others coming up too. We're solidifying those. Took a trip to New York. I got 3 hotels. I want to do it there. So we got hotel in New York. We got Maine, Stage Neck Inn, York Harbor. Got to announce those dates. Had great conversations with Portland Harbor Hotel in Portland, Maine, and they're into it. We also have Portsmouth as well, Hotel Portsmouth, but all this stuff's going to be finalized and firmed up, and we're going to get that information to you. But it's just all great stuff. Come and celebrate craft beer, local craft beer. It helps breweries, promotes them, promotes the hotels, restaurants. It's all good stuff, local. That's all we're about. We're about local, right? So here we go. And it's Friday. Get a beer if you don't have one already. Enjoy it. Enjoy the weekend. And we will talk to you on Monday. Take care.